Brian Bancroft's fact of the day.
You know what time it is. Thank you very much, Stephen. It is Brian Bancroft's UK Transport Facts of the Day. So what have we got today? We've got a couple of air ones for today. So let's start with the rail one. In 1844, the Bristol to Gloucester Railway opened. Now that's the one that's still in use today by Cross Country. Yate opened and closed it. Well, it closed in 1963 and then reopened again in 1989. But that's the route that Cross Country take to get up to Gloucester from Bristol. In 1857, East of Fife Railway opened. That is still partly open today as well, part of Fife Circle, I believe. And in 1929, the Shipston on Stour branch, Shipston on Stour, get my teeth in. That branch closed to passengers. It carried on for a few more years, freight only. In fact, it survived through World War II, if I remember rightly. But it closed to passengers in 1929. So on the tramway front, in 1903, the Great Orme Tramway, which is the one at Llandudno that goes up the cable tramway, Anna did a video of that one last week. The upper section opened on this day, the 8th of July, 1903, and is still in use today. And we move on to the air. Now, there is one in the air section that some people will say they wish it hadn't happened, and some will say best thing that ever happened to planes. However, the first one in 1939 and 1946, it was both days was the 8th of July, 1939. Elmdham Airport, more commonly known as Birmingham Airport, opened. It was then requisitioned for wartime use and reopened to passengers in 1946, again on the 8th of July 1946. That's Elmdham Airport, or as we know it, Birmingham. And finally, in 1985, on the 8th of July 1985, Ryanair. Yes, Ryanair launched its first ever scheduled service from Waterford to London Gatwick. Now, I believe that was an EMB 110. If I remember rightly, it was an Embraer 110 that they had. That was when it was still run by Michael Ryan and not Michael O'Leary. Well before the days of its low-cost revolution. Ryanair launched its first ever scheduled service. Before that, it had done charter services, but its first ever passenger scheduled service was Waterford to Gatwick on the 8th of July, 1985. Look where it is today. I can remember Ryanair, they had 111s at one point. They had 737. They had lots of 737-200s. First Ryanair flight I ever did was a 737-200 from Manchester to Dublin in the Jaguar livery. Those of you that remember Ryanair's what they call the logo jets. So yeah, 1985, Ryanair's first ever scheduled service. That's the news for today. Hope you have a great one. I've been in work, so it's a bit later than yesterday because it should have been about 7 o'clock tonight, but things changed and I came home early. So there we go. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Brian Bancroft's UK Transport Facts of the Day.